Hi everyone, what's going on? PDM89 here. It's been a little while since I last posted a video, and I had told you guys that I would be posting videos a little bit more frequently. Well, we had a ton of stuff going on last week. I actually started filming stuff on Sunday, and things continued to happen. All good things. Whoa! And the first thing that I want to show you guys is one of our new additions. It's an animal I'm really excited to share with you. It's been a long while that we've been looking to get into a clown project. Jesus. Alright guys, so this is the first thing I got to show you. This right here is an Enchi clown. He's actually super pissed off. According to Joseph, he's naturally pissed off. He's, a little bit angry for a ball python. And he's actually going through a shed right now. So for those of you who don't know snakes, they tend to be more easily to stress out, more nervous, if you will, a little bit on edge. Once they start to go into the shed cycle, you can see his eyes are very blue right now, and there's not a lot of great color to him. I don't know if the blue sheen that's going on throughout his body is showing through on the camera, but I got this and I was really excited about it. It's been a long while that we wanted to get into clowns, and what better way to start than with an Enchi clown. And this male, believe it or not, is pretty close to being ready to breed. So hopefully he goes for us this season. If not, that's fine. We'll wait till next year. Hopefully we can pick up a female that's at least a het, or maybe even a visual clown, and we can make some really cool stuff. I'm going to try to move him around a little bit without freaking him out too much. Before, he basically tried to nail my hand, and I actually ended up dropping him, so... But you know what? Sometimes a snake needs getting dropped. You see he's much calmer now. Obviously that's a joke, guys. You never want to drop your snake. It was quite embarrassing, actually. But here he is. He looks very reduced. That's the Enchi in him. We're thinking maybe there might be some blade in him, but we're not too sure. And I'm going to put him away now before he grabs onto me or before I drop him again. Well, got a couple of babies going on here. This clutch is all of the same snake. This was a enhancer. Was it an enhancer genetic stripe? Yeah, it was an enhancer genetic stripe bred to a desert ghost. And enhancer and desert ghosts are compatible. So basically, these all look like desert ghosts, but I guess people call them, enhancements, I believe is the name. Kind of like, there's a Candino, which is the candy albino combo. This here is the enhancement, so an enhancer desert ghost. Basically, they all look like desert ghosts, and they're all going to be het for genetic stripe. So let's take a little look at them, because they are quite nice. To some of you that, don't have too much experience or have never really seen the desert ghost, actually, let me lift this up here so you can get a better look at the color. So for those of you who have never really worked with desert ghosts, you're probably looking at these and thinking wow, they're just a couple normal ball pythons. These guys actually don't look super great when they hatch out, and even after a couple months they look kind of drab still. But as they get older, they become these really nice looking stark white animals, and they're a great gene to throw to any project, really, because you just end up making whatever you throw to them brighter. So we're a big fan of the pinstripe desert ghost / enhancer. They look very cool. They're very bright animals. So this is a recessive, obviously, so it's a little bit tougher to make these. So it's more of a long-term project. Anything recessive is going to take a little bit more time. But, we really wish their color would show up a little bit better, because on the camera they're looking a lot browner than what they actually are. But, yeah, we got 5 really nice looking animals here. Did I say animers? 5 really nice looking animals here, and hopefully there's a lot of females. Hopefully we got a nice ratio on these guys. I'm going to clean them up and show you guys them in a second, and hopefully, because I'm actually filming right now Sunday,
But before I release this video, I will have recorded more stuff throughout the week. Hopefully I'll have more babies to show you.
Very professional here, showing you guys a door and a scratched up wall. All right, let's look at some of the babies that hatched out this week. Doesn't like looking at baby ball pythons, right? So this is kind of a mystery clutch. We bred a puma to a super pastel yellow belly last year, before last season, so in the 2016-2017 season. And this year, 2017-2018, we bred our Fire Dream Bee to her. And the clutch has kind of got us, scratching our heads a little bit. We're not too sure what we've got here. Seems odd, so we're going to have to definitely go back in our records and try to figure out what's up here. So, first animal right here appears to be either, I don't know, it looks like some sort of super pastel thing. Goddamn, all these snakes want to just nab me today. Color looks like shit right now on the camera, but this animal is so deep in blue it doesn't really make a difference. I'll just go on to the next animal, which basically looks the same, except it's a little bit closer to shedding. It's out of that blue stage. See if I can get it loose from its clutch mate here. So, yeah, basically the other one looks a lot similar to this. So you can see it has a super blushed out head. It almost looks like a super pastel, but that doesn't really make sense because while the female is a super pastel yellow belly, the two males that she was paired with aren't pastel. So that's a bit weird. So obviously this animal has kind of funky patternings. Maybe it could be a spark, which is what you get if you don't have a yellow belly that comes from a puma. You'll either get sparks or yellow bellies. This one does not appear to be a yellow belly, but then again, maybe I'm, kind of off when it comes to, differentiating yellow bellies and sparks and, gravels, asphalts, whatever they are. That whole yellow belly complex thing, that stuff's for the birds. I can't really tell the difference. But, this does have some flames going up the belly now that I look at it. So that leads me to think that it was the puma and it was retained sperm. And this animal here, again, this one is in shed, so it's kind of hard to tell until it sheds out because the pumas and the ivories actually look very similar until they shed. So again, this is looking like the puma got to that female, because a puma will either produce, when paired to a something with yellow belly, will produce ivories and itself a puma if the spark hits on that yellow belly, and then if the yellow belly of the puma hits on the yellow belly of the female, then obviously you will get an ivory. So this one, to me, I'm not too sure on. The next one I'm almost certain is a puma because you could already see orange coming up in its sides. I don't know if that's going to show too much on the camera. And of course, I'll give you guys videos of all these animals once they go through their sheds. So yeah, that's not showing up too good on the camera, but in person you could see the faint orange patterning going along the sides. So yeah, that's one clutch. And then the clutch that I will either show before this or perhaps after this, the enhancements, those guys shed out. I'm going to show you one of them because they do look a lot nicer now that they've shed out. Right here. So, obviously now you guys can tell, I know when they hatch they kind of look like normals, but it's pretty clear to see that these animals are extremely bright. And I think in the earlier video I said they will make your animals brighter. I mean, that depends what you put them to, but really it just makes the animals more cleaned up looking. So there you go. That's an enhancement, a Desert Ghost enhancer. And it's also 100% het for genetic stripes, so that'll make some really cool looking animals down the line. Yeah, nice looking animal. And if you want to see the drastic change that goes on with these guys, I could grab our adult female. And I will not handle her too much because she actually ate yesterday, but you can see that they stay pretty bright into adulthood, and that yellow basically fades to kind of white or whiter yellow as they age. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like, if what I'm seeing on my camera shows up on the YouTube video, that's pretty accurate. That's what she looks like. So that's the mother of that clutch. I think that's about it, guys. In terms of what I wanted to show you guys today, I guess I could give you a quick update on this dude or this girl. Seeing as how last video she didn't look too great on. That's the Calico Dream Bee, or Calico Spider Orange Dream, I should say. And she's looking really good. And again, her colors aren't showing up perfect on camera, but that's a generally, pretty close to what she looks like in person, I would say. And she just ate today. Her and her brother, the Orange Dream Spider, are already both on frozen. So that's always good when they take meals right away and they eat good for you. Obviously, if you guys have been working with ball pythons for a number of years, you'll know that typically the spider gene are really good responders when it comes to feeding. Generally, you don't have too many issues getting them started on food. And I'm feeling really generous today, guys, so maybe I'll show you an Angolan python. I'll risk getting bit yet again for you guys. The male is in shed. Oh, man, I don't know if I showed you guys the leopard that we got. We got a leopard jigsaw? Jigsaw, is that a Mojave pinstripe? I think so. I think my terminology is correct. So this male right here, leopard jigsaw, leopard pinstripe Mojave. So not only have we added the clown gene to our arsenal, but now we've also got some leopard stuff, which is pretty cool. Again, super late to the party on a bunch of stuff here at Safari Reptiles, but we're finally getting in on some cool things. And we've got quite the impressive army of adult females, so we're able to make a bunch of cool stuff either this year or the next. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, PDVM89, and like our page on Facebook. We're not tremendously active on that right now, but if you guys do want to hit us up, the Instagram is probably the best way to go, through a message, and that is also Safari Reptiles. Do I have anything else to show you guys? Yeah, speaking of leopards, and that girl's in shed. So you know what? I'll show you guys our regular plain Jane leopard and a later video in the future. Thanks, guys. Take care, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks.